Hello, welcome to Airing Out Films. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jonas.
And this is Jerry. And today we are coming live to you. Not live. But
live.
we are coming to you from our brand new setup.
Brand new setup.
So we have the camera connected to the computer.
Yes.
And hopefully this is recording.
It doesn't look any different for you, maybe, but it makes a huge difference for us because now we're not recording onto an SD card in the camera and having to transfer it and then having to do all the shenanigans. But
yeah, we've got a cable connected and it just goes straight to our hard drive.
Straight.
Hopefully. If this feels a little bit overdone, it's because we're recording it again because it didn't work.
Maybe.
But hopefully, this is take one.
This is actually take one.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
We now have ourselves on this monitor and on this monitor.
So it's very distracting.
So if you find us looking a little all over the place, especially me, I'm not used to looking not. Well, actually, no, you're probably more conditioned not to look at the lens than me.
Yes.
I should put a little post-it above the lens, being like,
I have no issue with not looking at myself. You know.
See, but if you look like me, surely.
Because I'm not that kind of a narcissist.
What kind of a narcissist are you?
Exactly.
Nice. We're also using different software to record our audio, so our peak levels are different. So you'll probably see me be checking them because I'm the person that deals with that.
I'm just loud, and you have to deal with it.
And I'm sitting there like, but yeah. So if the audio sounds different, let us know. But hopefully everything works without a hitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the thing we want to talk about today, first away, was how this is definitely new to us because in terms of without a hitch, this did not go without a hitch tomorrow.
Yeah. Yesterday.
Tomorrow is the future.
Exactly.
Yesterday it did not work. Yeah, so I'm sure if you click the bell icon or you follow our channel a bit more closely, you'll know that we did upwards of 10 or 15 streams yesterday.
Yeah, probably.
Trying to get it to work. So we had this grand plan to put the camera here.
Yes.
And place a metro. I know I looked at the thing and was like, it's this way. And I was like, I should have just pointed it. And play Metro, us sitting side by side.
The classic game stream. Like us in one corner down here at the side and then you also being able to see the game.
Yes,
because now, I mean, this thing allows us to do that. So we can capture what's on the monitor and we can capture basically what's on the camera monitor at the same time, which is really cool.
It is really cool. And it's some cool tech. And we've waited a long time. So we bought this a month and a half ago.
Surely, yeah.
And it's finally arrived because obviously with Corona, everyone's kind of scrambling to get camera tech. So like webcams are really hard to get your hands on.
Yep.
This Camlinks is essentially a webcam now.
Makes anything into
anything like that. Even microphones are getting really expensive just because people need them. You know, people want to be professional at work still, and that's hard to get your hands on. But yeah, it was all planned out when we got it all set up, and then for whatever reason, the game stream was just like
yeah.
It was really chugging. And I haven't changed anything. We've done tons of streams. They all run super smooth.
Frame rates were all over the place, like way slower than we were seeing them on our monitor.
Yeah.
And so it's like, is that because it's recording something differently? Is it because of YouTube not being able to output or like upload that much information?
Enough, yeah. There's something wrong. I think I've played around with settings. Even this morning I did another stream. I think I've got it running smooth. So we'll start that stream tomorrow, hopefully, if everything runs well.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of a mare. We've had to switch. If you want to get techie, we usually use an NVENC encoder on the GPU. But we're switching to X264, which is a CPU encoder. Luckily, I've got plenty of both. So.
And what does that encoder do, Josh?
It basically takes the information from one place to the other. I don't know how encoders work.
I don't. Yeah. It sounds like it takes all the big information and writes it into smaller, so it's easier.
So it can be uploaded. Obviously, yeah. I mean, I did look. So we can record this in 4K now if we want to.
Yeah.
To save ourselves any hassle, we are still in 1080p. Just because we had such a kerfuffle yesterday that I was like, let's stay the same.
I mean, it's insane. This can go 4K at 400 megabits per second.
Yeah, so I did some math.
We were dropping the settings to 2,500 or something.
Kilobits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
megabits.
YouTube's max upload is 51,000 kilobits.
Yeah.
So like a lot lower. So I do wonder if that was the issue. We were just chucking too much data at it. But no, like if we put this on max settings and run straight to the hard drive, these videos would be about 0.5 terabyte a piece.
Damn.
Which is like, it's not bad.
Damn.
Because since we've got the 8 terabyte drive, I've been really lazy and I haven't actually deleted any of the videos we've filmed since then.
Fair.
They're all still there. Because like, why bother?
That's true. No, but also like, why bother keeping them in the end? Because YouTube has them.
Oh yeah, we will delete them. Well, we always keep the finished products.
The finished.
But the raw files we don't keep. I'm also interested to see what this records at. To be honest, like I
think it's a bit higher. Like since we switched it around yesterday, we're recording at least. Well, it's still full HD, so the resolution hasn't changed. But I think we have a bit more bits.
The bits for recording and streaming are different.
Yeah, no, but like.
In the camera? Yeah. I know, but there is still. So the software we're using to record this is slightly different as well. I know. So I'm interested to see how this looks. It might be a disaster. We're still going to have to plug it into Vegas and run it.
That's what's funny. You're not actually recording anything on the camera. Like, the camera is just on.
Yes. So we're running, the way this works is we take a HDMI feed from the camera to the PC. So we're essentially capturing the viewfinder. Yeah. It's very, very clever. Very clever. But we're still going to have to chuck it into Vegas to cut the start and the end at least.
Unless we get really profesh and...
just get it perfect in one take.
Perfect,
I mean, we could. If this works, it's definitely possible.
It's always like a start and end, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I've got a little mouse. I can just...
If you have like a sneaky... Maybe now's the time to get macros and you can just like have it in your pocket and go like... No one saw that. No one saw that.
Stream Decks exist for a reason.
Yeah.
But like...
No, it's fine.
Yeah, no, but that's still going to be rendered. So if this is low quality and then rendered, lower quality and rendered, I'm interested to see how it looks. But yeah, we're testing this out.
No, but yesterday was definitely, like, it was that kind of situation where we started the live stream like 10 times and every time we pretended it was the first time.
Well,
like,
you did. I was giving up.
No, well, I mean, it's kind of like, if you go through multiple takes... We
are going to delete the old videos, that's true.
Yeah, so the only thing that people will see in the end is that one video, and so if it starts with like, so yeah, we're at it again, and no one knows what you're talking about, it's kind of weird.
No, that's true.
But yeah, you can tell that like the excitement drops with every time. It's like...
Yeah, especially ones where we're like, we'll be back in half an hour.
Yeah.
To Google, like...
Yeah. Google didn't seem to be that helpful this time.
I think it's because there's a lot of dated articles. So like X264 encoder was the way to go 3 years ago, but obviously since the release of the RTX cards, there's kind of NVENC's better, and that's kind of negated it. But then if you end up on a forum with old advice or like there's so many different softwares and like, you know, YouTube streaming, Twitch streaming, there's OBS and OBS Streamlabs are the two softwares we use for streaming. So we switched to OBS and then very quickly switched back and installed everything because I was like, this is awful. So the one we use is nice and clean, and like you can just click go live there and then and it does it. Yeah. Rather than OBS where you have to like go live on YouTube then start streaming
every single time.
Yeah, that was mad. So there's like a stream key which is super hidden. Yeah. And you don't even need login details for YouTube actually. You only need that key. You can paste it into your streaming software and then anyone can stream from your account. Yeah. So if we ever reveal that, we're stuffed.
Pretty much, yeah.
But OBS, I guess, in their hyper security, refreshes that key every single time.
Every single time.
So every time we did a test, I was like, right, to YouTube, copy the key, to OBS, paste it, then start. Otherwise, it just would find nothing. And it's like, I mean, that's really hard to reveal. If you reveal it, it only reveals for 10 seconds. Yeah. So like, it's very hard to mistakenly chuck that up on a stream. Yeah. And it's like, hyper secure, like okay, like if someone got into your account, it'd be a bit annoying, but you can just change the key. Yeah, like you're gonna know if you mess up. Surely.
Yeah, surely. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one because obviously that's most damaging for big accounts, but surely they will have such close tabs on what's getting uploaded anyways. Yeah, that they would figure that out super quickly, and yeah, it's also kind of like who would want to hack into our account and what would they do with that?
Well, they could only stream. It's not even a password that's saying like
they could stream
great
something.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those things. I'm like, this is just
Yeah.
mindless busy work.
Yeah, for us at least, yeah.
But I think we fixed it, so we're hoping. I've downscaled our streams. Usually we stream in 1080p, but I think that having us
Mm-hmm.
and the game might have just been too much data for YouTube because we didn't have the problem. This is key.
Uh-huh.
When we were in OBS, the streaming software,
Yeah.
it was all running fine until we hit start streaming,
That's true. Yes.
which makes me think
in
that
both softwares.
it's a YouTube issue.
Yeah.
So I've lowered our game streams to 720p
Mm-hmm.
rather than 1080p.
Shocking.
I know. I'm sorry, but it is half the pixels.
Yeah. What if we? Here's
What
a
if
thought.
I wanted to-
Because we're only like very small in the corner. No, I don't think I can lower.
It can't go below 1080p.
The camera can't go below 1080p.
We're in 30 frames per second as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're pretty
Well,
much
25, yeah.
lowest this camera can do, and it's still
That's
gorgeous.
Crazy. Oops.
Yeah, I mean that's
No,
the argument
because
for, like,
that would
webcams
be
and
the
stuff.
thing. Like if it's small in the corner, anyways, you can.
We don't need the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but 720p is still pretty enough, and it's half the pixels of 1080p. So it was running fine this morning. I did a very quick 2-minute stream just to be like, this is all smooth. I don't think anyone caught it this morning. It was super early. So
I didn't. I was still napping.
I think I got away with it, and yeah, I was a bit worried that people would get annoyed by all the pings and lose subscribers, but we actually gained 2 subscribers yesterday from all of our random streams. So thank you.
What?
Welcome, new people.
We should do this more often.
Just mess around.
Yeah, we're just like go live.
Yeah.
Maybe it is not necessarily because of all the pings, but because YouTube was like,
I
these
think
guys are doing
their
so many
algorithm.
streams.
Genuinely, I think it's like, oh, these guys are doing a lot of videos today. Let's chuck them around a bit.
Yeah.
YouTube's funny software.
Funny.
But yeah, I think
That's
kind of it. Hopefully it works.
really hopefully
We'll
like
see
by
those
tomorrow.
Streams. We'll find out if we game tomorrow. You'll know. But yeah, I think that's the issue.
If you have any suggestions, like
Do please let us know. We're happy to try anything.
honestly, anything.
Like, yeah, I was on the Discord with my tech boys. Hello, PC friends. And they were helping us out a lot yesterday, just chucking out all the
Just, like,
suggestions.
Suggestions, moral support. You know, they were there, shoulder to cry on.
It honestly was a little disheartening because, like, we'd waited nearly 2 months for this tech to arrive. We plugged it in, and I was actually like, that arrived super early yesterday, and I was like, genuinely happy. I mean, you can affirm. Like, I plugged it in to the camera, and it worked. And I was like, this is brilliant. Like, this is what tech should be.
And especially this thing, you know, because the use, like, we bought it because we want to just plug in and go.
Yeah, like, it's not particularly cheap. I think
So
they're,
that's exactly
just
what-
over 100 quid,
Uh-huh.
which you can get a good quality webcam for. Like, top of the line webcam. You know, so it's like, that's a camera in its own right. And then it's like, oh, it just works. Brilliant. And then it's like, oh, no, you need to get this software to use it in this, and you can only use it in OBS, which turned out to be a complete lie.
Yeah.
It's like, you need to get NDI software for our techie viewers. But that was all on the Elgato site, which is who makes the Camlink.
Yeah.
But that was just not true.
Yeah, they
So,
need
like,
to
it
update
works.
their website.
Yeah, that was all over the place. And then it was just issues after that, and we spent almost all day doing it. And then more disheartening is after we finished, we watched Aladdin for our retrospective, which will be up in a couple of days.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, slight spoilers to our review, but it's one of the worst films I've seen this decade.
You'll hear more
last
about
decade.
that.
We'll hear more about that later, but like in terms of bad to worse, it was a crappy day of like, oh, we'll play some Metro, watch Aladdin, you know, whatever, and then spent 3 hours trying to get Metro to run, gave up. I even like was like, okay, we'll give up. Let's go cook dinner. I was like, I'll be 5 minutes. We're gonna try one more thing, and then was there for another hour and a half while you were making this lasagna from scratch. And I'm sitting there like, oh no, I'm gonna try one more thing. This is gonna be
This is
it.
brilliant. You came out literally when I put the thing in the oven.
Yeah, all the layers have been done. The mince cooked. I was like, yeah. So we've done another 10 streams. It's still not working. I mean, I got it kind of smooth, but I want to get a bit better, which I think I've done this morning.
Yeah, that's the thing, because if you have 20 frames, like, it's almost there, but it's still not there.
Yeah, I mean, even 30 is like fine. But considering we can output it, I mean, our previous streams run at 60 smooth.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't have to like downscale my monitor
this
to
one is at
140.
60.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, there's a little thing there. So we're using 2% of my CPU power.
Yeah.
And it's 60 frames per second the whole time. And it's like, no problem. You
Yeah.
know, this seems to be going fine. That's also why I'm checking sometimes. I'm like, yep, we're moving smooth. You know, no problem.
Yeah, we are moving smooth.
But no, like I was like, we've just done another 10 streams.
Yeah,
it's
no.
fine. Like it's like PS4 quality, which is okay, but I don't spend
No, I mean it was
the money I do on tech for it to run crap.
Certainly high expectations.
Chalked down to the bottom.
Yeah.
But
Bit
speaking
of
of other high expectations,
yeah.
new PC's nearly here for you.
Almost, yeah.
That's close.
So, I got a GPU.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you found a GPU that was going for a really good price. And so that should be shipping maybe tomorrow, because today's bank holiday.
Bank holiday Monday. Yeah.
So that will be posted tomorrow, and hopefully arrive. I don't know. Thursday
I'm hoping for
latest, because it
Thursday.
isn't insured.
Yeah, it's like quick shipping.
Express parcel thingy.
Yeah, all the way from London.
From London,
In a
yes.
shoebox.
That's the thing, because I got it not off it's a used product. Got off Facebook Marketplace. That's where you find your tech stuff these days.
I mean, yeah. No, actually, it wasn't the Facebook. It was a page. It was a page.
It was a page.
Yeah,
Page,
like
yeah.
PC Part Sellers UK,
Ooh,
whatever.
yeah. Getting so many. That's
I mean, I
very
stayed
active,
on the
that page.
groups just to, like, so I joined like 3 or 4 seller groups, and I was like, I'm gonna stay on them until the GPU is here, and we need nothing else.
Yeah,
because
same.
you have to like ask for access. But boy, they are active.
I mean, some of them really make sense, because these sites are obviously not just selling and buying, but they also get advice there, like, does the setup make sense, or like, what should I upgrade next, and stuff. But like, not that interested in.
No, I mean, yeah. There's also only so many things you can do. Like, there's only so much stuff you can have on a desk before you're starting to buy, like, a multimedia wheel, and you're like, okay, this is
Why?
yeah, like, sure. So I do wonder when people are like, monitors and stuff. I'm like, well,
didn't you find this one thing that was like, oh, what should I upgrade? And it was like top notch.
Oh, it's almost people being like dicks, I think, where they're like,
just
I've got
off.
like an i7, a 2080 Super, and 32 gigs of RAM. What should I upgrade next? You know, and you're like, nothing.
Yeah.
Your system is top spec.
Yeah.
Jog on. Like, I don't know, that's just annoying. The other thing I've seen a lot is people buying stuff. So at the moment, like we say, everything's out of stock.
Yeah.
Right? So there's guys buying like Oculus Rifts, which is like a VR headset.
Yeah.
For 400 quid from Curry's when they get, so Curry's is like a tech shop in the UK. So they're getting a shipment in 5 days. They've bought all the stocks. They bought like 5 of them, and then are selling them on the Facebook Marketplace for 200 quid more than they cost in Curry's.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's, I think, morally reprehensible.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, that's
sure,
a bad
there's, like,
kind of smart business, you know?
Yeah, like,
because you're just doing it at an expense of people that literally have no other choice because
they've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there are some available, but people have just bought up all of them. And it's like, well, okay, you could argue that it's just a recreational item. You know, people trying to make their quarantine better, so whatever, it doesn't really matter. But as soon as you take that and take it to something like toilet paper, you've got a real issue on your hands.
Yeah,
and it is the exact same. It's like, oh yeah, no, we've bought it all, and we're now selling it at a profit. In a time, like, it's a global crisis.
Yeah,
It's
but
not an
also,
opportune, like, oh, there's some on deal that I found here.
Yeah.
I'm going to take advantage of that deal and buy to sell.
It is because of the pandemic.
You're buying all of them to sell. And I'm like, that's just, if you're doing that, stop.
And
it's
also,
not cool.
not just a profit, but like significantly more. Like,
hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
That's kind of, it's sad. Don't do it.
It is a shame. And we kind of said that because actually this cam link that we've been complaining about horribly, they're out of stock already. Like, we pre-ordered it, the shipment arrived, they all sold. So, you know, we could sell this instantly for a good amount of profit if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that. You know, we could have bought 4 and sold 3 of them, but like, you know, get a job.
That's true.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Get a job. That's a good joke these days. No.
Well, this is the thing. There's a lot of like phone.
Yeah.
So a lot of like telephone service companies are
That makes
doing
sense though. With
work at home
more
stuff.
digital stuff and that being new to a lot of people, you probably need more advice these days on.
Yeah, a
where
lot of
to
people are
run
buying
this.
laptops
Yeah.
and stuff and webcams, and they need tech support
Yeah.
and stuff. So there's a lot of jobs if you're looking for work. That's where we'd recommend
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Not that we do that. I just know I'm getting pestered to do that.
It's like you should get some money. I don't know. I understand that that's definitely not a job for everyone. Just like being on the phone and trying to help with other people's problems.
It's better than buying and selling crap, though.
Yeah. No. I mean,
For sure. But yeah.
Yeah.
But no, GPU's arriving.
Exactly. Yeah, but the whole process of also buying that GPU was I had everything but wanted to sell my old PC before I made a decision on what GPU to actually go with. Because if I didn't manage to sell the old PC or just for like some really bad price, then I probably wouldn't have felt as comfortable going for the one that it's a 2070 Super, which usually go for around 500.
They start at 500.
Yeah, they start at 500. Now I got it for
420.
Yes.
Nice.
But that's like including the shipment, which is an insanely good deal. That's why I was like, yeah, go for it.
Well, I was literally like, I just shouted through. Oh no, did I send a link to you? So I was doing some
you
work.
tried to send me the link.
I sent you the link
for
and then shouted
whatever
through, and I
reason-
was like, buy it.
Yeah,
Like, this is a really good deal. If you're even considering it, just buy it.
yeah.
No,
because it was the other one that I was looking at is the RX 5700. Is that
XT. Yeah,
5700.
5700.
Which compares to the 2060 Super.
Yeah, so it's a bit better than the 2060 Super,
Yeah.
but a bit worse than the 2070 Super.
Mhm.
And kind of on par with the 2070 in gaming, but not the rest of the stuff. So
Yeah.
hopefully the NVENC encoder that we use to encode our videos sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But also, so that's made by AMD, and they have a lot of driver issues.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of does it work, does it not? So you definitely want to buy that new.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want to get a used one.
Yeah.
But I was like, for safety's sake, I don't know, like tech, you just want it to work, you know?
Yeah.
So I was definitely trying to edge you on to, even if you don't go for that one, go for like a 2070 or something cheaper then, because it's like, it's just better. So I'm glad you found that deal.
I'm glad you found that deal.
I'm glad you went for it.
No, it was funny because you sent through the link. I was like, Josh, this item is not listed anymore. And you're like, no, I can see it right in front of me.
I even messaged them. I was like,
Yeah.
look, is it for sale? I'm like, no, this is like still available.
It's still
Yeah,
available.
it's still up.
I was like, I can't find it though. And so you started texting to the guy. And then we found one on
It was eBay.
eBay.
But it was like an eBay seller. So
Yeah.
they have like, hundreds of good reviews.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe that's a bit safe because this other guy was really antsy about shipping it from London
Mm-hmm.
in a shoebox.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, so we had eBay with reviews, which seems more trusty, and also because it is through an actual platform where, like, if something goes wrong, you can actually be like, yo, eBay, can you handle getting my money back and stuff? So I was like, okay, we don't need the one from Facebook because I'll go through eBay.
it was the same price.
Same price.
2070 Super, same card.
Yeah.
Um,
But then I order that, I get the confirmation, and like 10 minutes later...
I text because I was still Jonas.
Yeah.
On the Facebook guy, I was like, look, yeah, sorry, I'm a bit antsy about posting it.
Yeah.
Really sorry to waste your time. Like, I was trying to be really polite, but like, So that was done. And he was like, yeah, no, I understand. Cool, thank you.
So we thought, I thought I had bought one from eBay and declined the one from Facebook.
Indeed.
Lo and behold, like literally 10 minutes later, we get a call from, because I had to put a UK number.
Which
I
is
put
mine,
John.
yeah.
He gets a call from the eBay seller that he made a mistake and the title should have said 2070 and not 2070 Super, which is obviously a worse graphics card.
Yeah, no, it's not as super.
Yeah. Jokes. That was terrible. No, but he was like, yeah, I can refund you the money because obviously you were probably thinking you were buying one product, but you're actually not. I was like, yes, I want that money back.
Of course.
And they jokingly said, yeah, if it were super, that would be a really good deal. I was like, yeah,
I know. That's why I bought it.
That's what I wanted from the Facebook.
They were the same price as well, yeah.
Damn, yeah. So I asked, well, we were smart enough to be like, Josh, can you...
I was like, oh, I've got a friend that might be interested in less caring about the postage, because that was the excuse I used for the Facebook guy not to post it. Do you mind if I pass you over to him? Lo and behold.
Damn.
Wow.
In comes Jonas.
Yeah, because I never gave the address. They didn't figure out that we live in the same place.
Yeah. So I was the friend of Josh, who was also...
Well, you have to say that with air quotes.
Yeah, no.
The friend.
No, but the friend rather than the flatmate.
The flatmate, yeah, the person who's actually buying it in the first place.
Exactly.
It worked out.
But it was quite funny because I just didn't know how to start the conversation. But I was like, can you tell me everything about this? Because I don't know the listing. Josh has just told me about this and I'm interested and blah, blah. And so we did finally manage to close that deal. Which is really cool because like it's a banging deal for sure.
It's a good deal. Yeah, if it works.
If it works, yeah. Fingers crossed. No, but the actual mad story.
Yes.
Is me selling my PC.
Yes. So this is the money to get the GPU had to be gained somehow. So we sold the old PC, which you can see in our 3-hour building a PC live stream.
Yeah.
But it's an entry level PC.
Mm-hmm.
We got it for £400 back in November.
Yeah.
So it's not depreciated too much. But definitely like if you're looking to get into gaming, maybe you've played on console and you're like, yeah, I'll give PC gaming a shot, but not sure it's the platform for you. Because like to get a decent PC, you're looking at about 700 quid. Like for like, I'm going to commit to gaming. That's probably what you want to spend. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely like, I want to try it, dip my toe in the water. Or if you want to play stuff like Fortnite. That was the kind of level of PC this was. So we're like, right, we'll chuck it up on the Facebook Marketplace for the price that we bought it for.
Yeah, because obviously there is always room for negotiating, but it shouldn't have been worth anything less really because there's nothing new that came out since then. And I guess it's because it would make sense because I'm not the one who built it, but I got it new from someone and I'm now selling it secondhand in that sense. Yeah, so put it up for 400 and waited. We got a couple of
offers.
I don't know. There were some weird ones. Like one guy just asked me where my RGB fans were from. I was like, that I do not know. I got
fairly stock.
Yeah, I got them with the PC. I didn't ask where the RGB fans
In fact,
were from.
I think those fans do come stock with that case.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be.
They do.
Huh. So,
oh, well.
Yeah, now you know. No, but also some people that definitely question the price and like, is it worth the parts and blah blah.
Well, the one I didn't like was the graphics card in it was an RX 580 8GB, which was very clear in the listing because that is like the kind of golden goose of that PC. Yeah. You know, it's nearly half the price. They go for about 150, maybe 120 used if it's a bit like without a box or something. But definitely for that to be in the case, that's a decent card.
Yeah, that's what makes it an entry level gaming
PC rather than just
can run stuff.
Something. And there was one guy who was like, "Oh yeah, no, I could get this for like 60 quid." And I was like, "Sure, be my guest." It's like, how do you get 400? This doesn't add up at all. And I'm like, it does. You know, we've done the math.
I mean, he was definitely. I think his issue was the DDR3. Like it's slow RAM.
It's a slower RAM.
So he would want to upgrade that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, with all these things, it's kind of like, obviously I put all the components, all the parts in the listing. So, like, you can check what...
Yeah, there's no point in being like, oh, I would buy it, but this is slow. Less money, please?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if you want something faster, you obviously have to pay for something that is better, which is probably more expensive. So, trying to lower the price on performance doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, I would also. I mean, we actually had the choice for your PC to go with 16 gigs of DDR3 or 8 of DDR4.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of games now are starting to kind of edge up towards 16.
Yeah.
And if you want to do anything while gaming, so like Discord in the background chatting, while gaming, you're pretty much required. You know, if you want to play everything that comes out.
Yeah.
So it's like I would probably rather that if I was getting into gaming. Like, okay, it's slightly slower, sure, but you're actually able to play the game.
Yeah.
Oh, the fly.
Was it? It looked like a tiny soap bubble.
Did it?
Yeah.
I
can't see it anymore.
I can't see it anymore either. That just like it was right in the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if the camera caught it. Probably not.
Probably not. Maybe.
That's really
no,
jarring.
but it's like, thank God I didn't get any time wasters. Like, you get so many ads where they're like, please no time wasters. I don't quite know what exactly that is or
I
what
guess
happens.
people that chat to you for ages and then are like, actually no.
No,
like
so
we did with the GPU.
With the GPU.
It was. I mean, that was over the course of a couple hours. Like,
pretty
it
much
wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but yeah, thank God there were no people leading me on. Like, it was fairly clear with everyone whether or not that was going to be a thing. Also, this is funny actually. There was one who was willing to swap the PC for an Xbox One X, and then we also found someone on Facebook Marketplace
2080
who was willing to swap a 2080 for an Xbox
One X.
One X
with some cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's a serious card. That's high end.
Yeah.
And we were like, if we can coordinate a three-way swap, this could, you know.
So this guy gets my PC, I get his Xbox, and then I swap that back to...
Yeah, or not even. You just go, right, you give
go.
him the Xbox, you give me the GPU, I'll give you the PC, and I'll give you 200 quid as well. Just to kind of cover the GPU cost. That seemed... I was like, when I saw these, I was like, oh, like, this could be...
only be possible on Facebook, though.
But sadly, by the time... Because it was quite late, I saw that listing. By the time it had all been coordinated, the PC guy...
The Xbox guy had already swapped his Xbox for a PC.
Which, like, good for him. Like, that's a serious swap.
Yeah.
Unless that's a crap PC, like, he's won. You know, because those Xboxes can go for, like, what, 200 quid second hand?
Yeah.
No,
so some interesting things. Yeah. But then we got our guy. Our final guy who shall remain anonymous.
For his sake.
Because I mean, definitely name. I won't name the name.
We'll call him Bill.
We'll call him Bill.
Yeah.
Bootstrap Bill.
Bootstrap.
No, started obviously. Is it still available? Can it run Fortnite? You can already guess. Probably a younger person.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had only 2 people requesting. Like, does it run this game? And in both instances, it was Fortnite.
Which makes sense, I guess. Like, it is the biggest game for years now. But, like...
That is true.
Okay.
The thing is, like, that is not a crazy benchmark because Fortnite runs on phones.
I mean, you can run on a full whack on a phone. And also, I've never played it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen it run, really. Like, I've never even touched it. Some people like, does it run? I'm like, presumably.
Yeah.
You know, can you give me an FPS? I'm like, just Google the GPU and the game, and I'm like, yes. Like, should be fine.
No, that's what's funny. Obviously, people will not want to put in the effort of Googling themselves, but like, I'm just doing this. I have just as much knowledge about this than you. No, so wanted to know how fast or like how many frames per second the PC can put out on Fortnite. And just Googling the CPU, the GPU was like above 200.
It was around 200 to 250.
Yeah,
which is more than 90% of the monitors.
Yeah,
out there, like that's fine.
Exactly. And then I was like, okay, what? Can you send some proof of that? I was like, sure. Because I had already wiped a hard drive.
Yeah, so it was complete factory reset.
Reinstall Epic Games and Fortnite, and then launch the game, and then take a sneaky video of of Fortnite running, and then apparently we weren't in the right
You were doing
We were just
competitive, whatever, battle royale rather than creative mode.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. I don't think I got into like a proper battle royale even. Like it was just a tiny map that was with 5
This is the thing, I have
to
no
6.
idea.
Yeah, I just ended up in some game and then took another video of that, and we're still running at.
I mean, there
I
wasn't
know.
a dip. It was.
It was like pretty much consistently at 170 and like dipping down to the 150s.
Yeah, it never got below 144, which is what his monitor will be.
Well, the monitor that he wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you can squeeze one out somewhere.
Yeah.
But, like, fine. We've gone through a lot of effort to get
Yeah.
this. And the whole time, he was trying to, like, batter the price down.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, the conversation kind of started with, like, how low are you willing to go? I mean, that's kind of like...
I mean, to be fair, if you just want to cut to the chase.
Yeah.
And you're like, because you'll probably get lower if you have a back and forth and stuff. But if you're just like, look, I'll buy it straight up. What's the lowest you'll do?
Yeah.
And you're like, cash in hand today.
Yeah.
I'll do
So I said lowest I'll go is 375.
375.
And yeah, for whatever reason, he continuously tried to get me to go down to 350. And every time I said, like, no, I said my lowest would be this, and it's still the lowest definition of lowest. And then just like some other weird stuff, like can I deliver? And I'm like, depends on where you are. What's your postcode? Because obviously my ad is my listing is in Glasgow, and even in Glasgow, some things are quite far if what you're transporting is
I mean, big PC. Like,
10 kilogram big box.
I mean, but it was also very clear in the ad that if you want it posted, you're paying.
Yeah.
Which, like, I think is fair. That's how
Yeah.
everything works.
I mean, that's what I'm doing with the GPU, and that's not a big parcel.
No, but like,
you want your tech to obviously
be safe and
safe and
insured
stuff.
and whatnot. But
yeah. So I was
alas.
like, "What's your postcode?" And he says, "Oh, it's actually I live in Perth."
which is far.
That's far. Like from
It's
here
far.
to Edinburgh, and then that same distance, or like from Glasgow
Right,
to
2 hours.
Stirling. Yeah.
2 hour drive.
Yeah. And I was like, bruh.
Well, to be fair though, I think first of all we were like, yeah, sure, we can post that. It'll be about 30-40 quid.
Exactly.
The PC.
I mean, we looked up.
So like that wasn't even like a big thing. We're like, yeah, sure, okay, 30-40 quid. He's like, oh.
Well, here's the thing. If I lower the price of the PC to 350, he would then be willing to pay
For
the postage. I'm like, yeah, I mean, we still end up at 375, but I said I'm not selling the PC.
Yeah, you're taking the loss.
Yeah. I'm not selling the PC for that money. And then just like I was like, that's not how it works. So the question was like, he wasn't gonna come to pick it up either.
Yeah, so we looked, trains, it was about 20 quid return for a train.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, feel free, you can come take the train.
Yeah.
Come see it working from a
'cause, like,
distance, social distance, of course.
Post it, or you can come pick it up.
Yeah. And that is also like anything I've bought on the Facebook Marketplace, that's what I've done.
Mhm.
And you kind of, you go in there usually fairly friendly.
Yeah, that's how I got rid of my stock cooler that I didn't need for the...
The guy
for
came,
Yeah.
hand it over, get the money,
Literally.
you're done. Yeah, but he for whatever reason, I guess because he's a kid, wasn't willing to take a train over.
Maybe he wasn't allowed. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, so you hiked yourself on a train.
Yeah, I offered to do that, and it was a show and a half to also negotiate whether we were gonna go half-seas on the train ticket or not, or, I mean...
this was, it had already been up for a
thing?
week, and we did just kind of want the PC gone as well.
Yeah. No, so he was the only one who seemed serious about buying it, even though he was making a lot of fuss. So I think it was just okay, well I'll sell you the PC for $375, and we'll go half on the train ticket, which is about $385 in total. And I was like, is that a deal? And he's like, when can you come over to bring it. I was like, God, you know what? I can do it as early as tomorrow because I've got nothing on in my life. His response is today? Question mark. I'm like,
already a good chunk. Like, I think it was like 3-4 o'clock in the day.
No. It was noon.
Okay.
But still, like, it's a bit of a weird one. I was like, you know what? I can make it today. So we quickly recorded one of our...
Oh, we did do it that day.
Quote videos.
Yeah, that was the first of their quote videos, which I got criticized for talking too fast in.
Yeah, that's because...
Now you know why.
We're on a...
we were in a rush.
No, because then I got the train at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Literally sitting at the train station, just about to get on the train. I get a text from him saying, like, oh, can you check what the PC... how many frames per second you get if you run Fortnite and stream in 1080p. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm already on my way on the train to you. His response is literally a screenshot of the train going from Glasgow Queen Street to Perth, which obviously went much later.
Yeah, so you're like in an overlay.
Yeah, so yeah. I did have a long overlay in
Queen Street, in the
Queen
center
Street.
of Glasgow, which is annoying because we live just out of Glasgow.
But like to have the cheek and basically imply that I'm lying, I don't know. That didn't sit well, so I just sent him a screenshot of the confirmation of my tickets, which obviously showed him that I was on a train right now. But yeah, I don't know. But by that point, it was an actual struggle to like stay friendly.
Because I was trying to say, like, especially on the Facebook Marketplace, where like there's thousands of listings going up every day.
Yeah.
And whenever I've done it, like I got this monitor off of Facebook Marketplace. I had a couple issues with it recently, and I texted the guy I bought it off of, and that was a year ago.
Yeah.
Over a year ago. And I just wrote down, I was like, oh, hey, look, long shot, I'm having some issues. Do you still have, like, the receipt? Because I can't find it in the box. And he was like, yeah, no worries. You know, how you getting on? How you managing quarantine? We had me chat, catch up, whatever. Great.
Very cool.
You know, very cool, very chill of him. And, like, the guy that we bought our gimbal off of for the film was also super chill. Like, can I help you out? If you have any issues, just text us, let us know, and I can try and help you fix the settings and stuff.
Yeah.
All very friendly. And I was kind of say, like, so this guy was obviously a kid, and he was, like, pushing his luck a little bit.
Sure.
And I was like, he's your best mate for one day. You know, you sell the PC and you're done. Because obviously we know the PC works. There's no issues with that. So, like, we shouldn't really hear back from him. Just be polite. Like, there's a couple things he's saying, like, keep trying to punch the price down. It's like,
yeah,
he's on a budget. Like, you're not buying that PC if you're not on a budget.
Yes.
So, like, we can respect that.
Yeah.
But because you sent me the message of, like, look what he's just sent me of the screenshot of the
Yeah.
thing, and I was kind of like sitting there, I was like, I don't know how to reply to that. Like, I'm out. That's an arsehole move from his point. Like, what do you gain? It's like, I'm getting a train that you're not paying for the full price for for 2 hours each way to bring you this computer, and you're like, you're not the train. I was like, I don't know how you can be.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, whoa.
No, especially like he did by that point obviously know that I don't play Fortnite, so I wouldn't know how it runs with a stream, and then for me to be on a train, obviously I can't check it, means that he must know that the only way for me to know that is by Googling, which he can do himself as well. So that was, I don't know, that was not the best, but I got on the train and oh man, it just kept getting better and better, because then I was on the train from Queen Street to Perth when he messaged me like, oh, can you also bring it to my house? Like, can you actually deliver it all the way to my door? And I was like, that really depends on how far you live from the train station. And he said it's a 42-minute walk. And I was like, hell to the no. First of all, I'm not schlepping that thing 42 minutes.
Yeah, these PCs are heavy.
Probably by then an hour through a town I don't know.
Perf.
And second of all, and this was a big red flag or like no-go is that I need to get my train back.
You missed your train.
Yeah. I only had an hour between
and
arriving
of course you
and
couldn't go
departure.
for an open ticket because we'd gone for the cheapest train ticket possible.
Yeah.
So that not like because we were paying for it.
Yeah.
Or we are one human.
Yes.
But like it was being paid for by you, so
Yeah.
like
No, so I was like, I definitely can't walk to your place. Like that's totally out of the question. I mean, there are several options. If you just transfer the money and I see it on my account, then I don't care who I give it to. So you can send a friend, send your parents, whatever. Like you can sort that out at any point. And it was like, well, I can't come and I can't send anyone. I was like, well, you know what? I just can't walk to you. And at some point he was like, okay, yeah, my dad's gonna come and pick you up.
that's not what he said first though.
Was it?
It was his dad would pick up the PC, take it back to the house, test it, and then you'll pay.
Yeah, that's what he suggested.
After all this like kerfuffle of like trying to lower the price,
Yeah.
try to lower the price, oh no, you get the train to me. It's like, oh, you give me the PC, jog on back to Glasgow, and then I'll pay you once it works. Nah.
Once it works, yeah.
Nah. No way.
So I was like, I gotta be very honest. I'm not parting with that PC without having the money.
Yeah.
And I think that is absolutely fair.
100%.
Like, there's no way... Like, even with stuff being posted, there's at least some deposit, like half the amount or
Yeah,
something.
because obviously, like, I didn't get the train, because obviously that would have increased our cost by
Oh.
a significant margin, and I was like, we've been living together for 2 months in isolation, I'm sure we can manage a couple hours apart.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents thought it'd be hilarious to both phone me.
Yeah.
Mum was like, oh, blah, 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 chatting away, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, Jonas is up on a train to Perth to sell a PC. And she was like, okay, cool, chat away a bit, ended. About 10 minutes later, my stepdad phones, and he's like, hi, yeah, here you're a bit lonely. I was like, I'm not lonely, what?
That's brilliant.
He's like, yeah, where's Jonas? I'm like, well, he's gone for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm fine. But he was like, oh, well, would you part with something, like, before, like, do you think it's reasonable to pay without checking that it works? And I was kind of like, I understand, like, the hesitation to do it, but, like, we obviously bought the GPU for, like, we bought the GPU, paid for it, and it's in the post coming, and we know it's an insured parcel, so if that breaks, fine. If it doesn't work,
the guy was also very upfront saying, like, pay with PayPal, because then you can get your money
take
back.
it back if
you know,
it's,
that's
if
all
he
very
scandals you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the guy was friendly, and that's all that really matters. And it's like, no, I think I would be, but this guy's been hassling us so much, this PC dude.
Yeah, and then to propose that was just like, no. I was like, I texted you, like, this is where I put the foot down, because, like, we can talk about performance and whatever, but when it comes to payment, like,
you're paying.
That's what's happening. Yeah, that's true, actually. I was like, oh, yeah, we'll get the PC, I'll test it at home, and then pay you. I was like, no.
So then he came to his dad picking you up, taking you to the house.
Yeah. So we can test it and then pay
driving
me
you
there.
back to the station.
I was like, I mean, you gotta know that I have to obviously take the train back. So be at the station in time. So whatever testing you want to do, it's gotta be quick. Yeah, no, that's what happened. I arrived in Perth. I found Dad. It's my first ever free cab ride.
Yeah.
Because Dad is a cab driver. And went to his house, and my God, the change of dynamic was incredible. So I walk into this house with a PC, and this guy is absolutely silent. He's like one of the shyest dudes I've ever, and it's so weird because, like, after all this texting and, like, he
was ballsy in the text.
Ballsy.
And rude. Like, rude ballsy, not in a nice way.
Well, yeah.
And yeah.
Some of them were quite, like, seriously, dude. No, but, like, to then walk in that house, and finding someone who's, like, absolutely not comfortable with the situation, was quite funny to me. I was like, okay, I see something is up here. And I don't know if it was just him or if it was also, like, the dynamic of the dad being there. But yeah, we unpacked the the PC. He hooked it up to his the TV in the living room and opened the PC. It started fine, and I was like, if you want to try Fortnite, go ahead. And so he launched Fortnite, and it was working fine. I don't know, I think he opened like a proper battle royale, and it worked. I mean, it wasn't always like a dip below 144.
Presumably, so that's the thing that we didn't do is when you like drop off the bus, the skydive in.
Yeah, skydive
thing.
Yeah.
Like that presumably is lower because you're rendering everything, the entire map.
Yeah,
which is what I'm guessing.
I don't know. Yeah, so it was a bit lower. He didn't check any more than that though. Like he didn't even start playing. Like it was just the skydive, and then he was like, "Yeah, it works." I was like, "Yeah, it works."
Great.
And Dad had left, and then I was like, "So I know this. I mean, this took half an hour already, so I was starting to check my watch for you probably gotta go sometime soon, especially if this deal isn't happening. I am leaving with the PC."
Yeah.
So I was like, if I do have to pack everything up, I gotta do that with enough time. And so I was like, so how are we gonna do it? Are you gonna transfer it? Because I'm happy to check on my phone, and then we're all settled. And he was like, no, my dad's probably gonna pay you in cash. I was like, okay, Dad's paying. That's one thing already. Dad's paying. And it's like he asked me if it was still a 375. I was like, yep, because that's the agreed amount. And so Dad comes in and asks him how much, and like he says 375, and you just get a and it was like, oh boy. Wow. So apparently Dad didn't quite know, or was expecting only less. I don't know, but something was on between them, and I was like, damn, I'm not getting in the middle of this, because I was very clear about what I wanted. And yeah, the funny thing is he then gets out like a stack of cash and starts counting it, and it's 350 exactly. And I was like, oh no, you've been told something incorrect. And I was like, yeah, well, I said 375, and that's still the deal. And so he goes off to another room, and like from the other room shouts like, 360's right. I'm like, nope, 375.
Chance there.
Oh, madness. And it's like, yeah, but like Corona and stuff. I'm like, no, we're all in Corona. Like,
yeah,
if we're making less, we're all making less. Not that I'm making any money at this point. But yeah, it was such a weird situation of like still trying to
barter it down, and you're like, you're not
the price. I'm like,
it's just
I felt, I don't know, it in a weird way it's kind of bad for the dad, because maybe he's been
I think the kid told him 350.
Told him that, and obviously the dad has two choices: to be mad at the kid in front of me, or to just swallow that
pay up, and then you can confiscate the PC instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
or like make the kid pay whatever wasn't agreed on. No, but then they did give me 375, which is the money for the PC, but no money for my travels. But I was also like, I want this to be done.
Yeah.
So yeah, then Dad drove me home. Whoo! Thank God it wasn't like a full-on awkward car ride, but definitely when I got in the car, I was like, this is not the funnest.
Not the best atmosphere to
go
play.
But we still had a bit of a chit-chat, which is okay. And then at the train station, I was like, texted you straight away, like, it's done.
I was like, what did you get? Goodbye. What did they swindle you for? But no, freeze was fine. I think it's annoying that you didn't get the travel, but then, like we said, we sold the CPU cooler for that, so that kind of covered that.
Yeah, so basically, with selling the PC and the CPU cooler, I almost got the entire value of the graphics card, which is really good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. But I think it does just show, like, I'm trying to think, like, all the things I bought off the Facebook Marketplace have been good deals straight up anyway. And I've never haggled on price. Because I got this monitor for pretty much bang on half price, which is great.
Yeah.
And it was still in warranty when I bought it for like a good year and a half. And I was like, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And we got the gimbal for what, £1,000 less than it should be.
Yeah, I think a third of the original price.
Cost. Yeah. So
insane. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go there and be like, "Hi, would you do 50 quid less?"
Yeah.
Like.
And like it was more than just the gimbal, like also some extra plates and like a thumb control thingy. Like we got even more than. Yeah,
I can't think of any time where I've really tried, like, if the deal's not good, I wouldn't bother, because there's always something else.
Yeah.
Unless you're really looking for something.
No, and that's why I also didn't get the whole, like, checking performance, because I'm like, you're not paying for a service, you are paying for a PC.
The PC. And the other thing is, you will not get a better performing PC without spending more money.
Yeah.
Especially at that kind of cost, every penny helps.
Yeah.
So, like, if you chuck 50 quid extra in that PC, it's going to perform better.
Yeah.
But if you're like, oh, it doesn't perform what I expect, it's like, yeah, you want a different computer.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah.
Yeah. Was quite, but also, like, it's done. You know, that's why it's done. And I guess in a good way also being paid in cash. Like, there's...
No refunds.
No refunds. No, but he's still... There's something wonky with the RGB remote.
Yeah.
So I haven't used that since I got it probably.
We
and
set
just
it
like
to green and we're done.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe the battery's empty. A new battery didn't fix it, and I was like, honestly, at this point, I just want to tell you, getting a new module and remote costs £10. And that's exactly what you would owe me for the travel. Train ticket.
Yeah.
So you might as well get it yourself, and we're actually square. Yeah.
This is the thing I don't get, because, like, if I sold someone something and it didn't work perfectly, I'd be like, right, I'm going to help. You know, and I've had that with stuff I've bought before.
I said that before I left. I was like, you know what? I hope you have fun with this. If you have any issues, get in touch, because I obviously am still in touch with the guy who built the PC and who has been super helpful with any issues.
Well, yeah, we had issues because we bought that off the Facebook Marketplace. Obviously, someone that, like, builds and sells PCs.
Yeah.
But, like, we had a good amount of issues with that when we first got it.
Yeah.
And he got them all sorted for us really quickly. And obviously, like, he's running a business through Facebook, so there's more there. But in terms of, like, this kid's being an arse and then shortchanges you on the agreed price, like, and then is like, oh, I've got these issues, and I'm like, take the 20 quid that you probably should have paid straight up on travel, and go fix the PC yourself. Like, unless the thing combusts, there's just
no, and like, especially when it's like RGB fans, which is cosmetic.
It doesn't matter. Like,
I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, feeling a tiny bit bad, but then also, like, if I weigh that up with
like
how bad he should be feeling about some of the things he did.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting. Like, I wonder if that's representative of that generation. Like, what is it? I don't even know what they're called. Gen Y? Gen Z? Gen X? I don't know which one's which anymore.
Gen X, I think. Anyways.
I don't know, but the ones just before
right
us, now. Or just after us, because we grew up not with phones at like a young age.
At least the communication of, like, being super comfortable and ballsy over text and then meeting someone in person.
And just being not.
Very different. Very different.
And I do wonder if there's too much digital communication these days.
Yeah.
And people aren't quite as comfortable or aren't themselves in person.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have to
have two very clearly different selves.
Yeah.
I'm like, I do try to be as close to this in text as well.
Yeah, like if you text, phone, or talk to me in person, I'm pretty much the same.
Pretty much.
Email is the one that you get professional.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, you're at another level. Dear Sir/Madam, I'm writing to you to infer about. And you're like,
no, but that's because email is also, like, it depends on who I'm writing that email to, but like email is always more formal.
Yeah.
No, but that was definitely an experience.
Yeah, it was mad. And it's just, I
Crazy.
think, like, if you're ever buying or selling something on Facebook, just be friendly. You know, like,
Yeah.
do your best, especially if it's already a good price. And the thing that gets me, right, is he said, what's the lowest you'll go? And, like, that's still within, like, that's reasonable, of course. And you said 375. He could have gone, great, cool. Look, I can't get you, I can't get down to you. I'm not allowed to take the train. I'm still a kid. But can you come up and I'll pay half your train fare?
Yeah.
Sure, done, great. I then shortchanged you in the thing, and it would be the exact same. Rather than this whole process.
Yeah.
And kerfuffle, it's like you didn't actually get the price any lower.
Yeah.
You just made us dislike you.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I think, like, very quickly, if it was me, I would have realized, okay, this person isn't going to lower the price any lower. Let's just stop trying. Or not buy it. Like, if 350 is actually your budget.
Yeah. No, that's, I mean, if you do know your budget and someone says something that is above your budget and you can't budge and they won't budge because that's how it is, then you know you're...
Yeah. Another thing he said, which rubbed me the wrong way, was like, oh, come on, you have to take 350 because, like, you know, I've got a really tight budget and I still need to buy a 144 hertz monitor.
Yeah.
And, like, they ain't cheap. And they're, I mean, a high-end gaming peripheral. Like, we were still running a 50 hertz TV when we had that PC. Like, it just wasn't worth paying for. And only now have you upgraded. And it's like, they're definitely more than £100. Like 120, 130 is maybe the cheapest you can find new. And that's like a Iyama, whatever, Chinese off-brand. So, like, saying, oh no, I'm on a really tight budget, I still need to buy this other super high-end thing that is not necessary.
Yeah, it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, whereas I think if we were selling a PC, like, without a GPU, then that's more like, oh no, I need to get one. Because that is an essential part of a gaming PC.
Absolutely.
Like, it's missing. But this is like, oh, I really want a high-end peripheral as well, so you'll sell me this for less, right?
I was like, no, your budgeting is your concern, and if you don't actually have the money for 144 hertz, then go for it. 60 or 70.
Yeah, you can get like 90 hertz monitors.
Even, yeah.
In fact, I think this thing I got on the side, which was dirt cheap, is 75.
Yeah.
Just because it can. Like, it was just like 60 overclockable at 75. I was like, sure, I don't care. But it was the cheapest one that was the right size.
I don't know. That's true. That was a bit of a... He did say that.
Yeah, and I like, when he said that, I'm like, this kid obviously has, so even if you had £500 as your total budget, which is what I reckon it must have been.
Yeah, something like that.
You can squeeze out a decent gaming monitor for that.
Yeah.
Out of the rest from, 125 quid. I don't know. Stuff like that is not a good...
No, I don't know.
This is,
I mean, even for me, like, it went fine and I got everything sold and stuff. But still, it has such a sour aftertaste because it was not a pleasant experience. But hopefully in like 2 weeks' time, it's gonna be a funny story. Like,
I reckon it will be in the end. Yeah. But it is just a shame because stuff can be so pleasant. And I do, in fact, everything we've bought recently. So the gimbal, your PC, like the one we just sold, and this monitor. I think that's all the stuff I bought on Facebook in the last year or two.
Yeah.
Were all very positive experiences.
Yeah.
And I would wholeheartedly, not that they're sellers, but if they were selling something else again that I wanted, step right into it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think this is the only and the first kind of...
Yeah.
Just like, this is crap.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really want to...
I don't know. I think maybe that's also a difference between people who are selling and people who are buying.
I like to think that people...
I'd like to think as well.
Have thought...
I'd like to think as well.
You'd hope so. Otherwise, people are very good actors. I don't know. I've not sold too much on Facebook. It's... Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's sour taste.
But that's kind of the story. And now I have No, I won't say that. The money's at the bank, so...
Oh, are you going to say no, I have a stack of cash?
Yeah. somewhere hidden.
Where could it be hidden?
Locked away. No, that's definitely going to be, like, once quarantine is over, like, maybe when the semester starts, I'm just going to go food shopping only with, like, cash.
You usually use cash anyway, do you not? Is that something we don't want to say on camera?
No. Especially this year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start using my British bank account for everything I do here. Yeah. And that also means, like, I'm just going to start using the card more and more.
Because I started using a credit card just to get my credit rating up. So, like, if you ever need a
Funny.
mortgage or funny.
Yeah, that's, I mean, smart. But
It's, yeah, because like if you pay it off the same month,
yeah.
then like I think that the difference is like it's like £2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's tiny if you pay it within a really quick short amount of time.
Yeah.
So I've just got it set automatically to pay off the max. Like, they did increase my credit limit, so it's fairly sizable now because I always pay it off. They're like, oh, we'll give you like, I don't know how much it is, $2,000.
Because we trust that you can pay back.
But I'm like, I don't buy anything with it.
Yeah.
And like I never spend more than I have.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No.
But like doing that for the food shopping, and I've done that for years now, just means that when it comes to get a mortgage, I'll be like, yeah, no, look, I've paid off my credit rating every single month for the past 7 years.
Yeah.
Or if you ever need to get a car and you don't quite have the savings there, you can finance it, although that's sometimes a bit
yeah.
But it's just good record to have. Whereas if you have no trail, and this is what I don't get as well, because if you're always in your current account, you're actually better at financing unless you're always in your overdraft.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go to buy a house and they're like, but you don't have a credit rating, you just don't have one.
Yeah. It's like, because I never need to.
Yeah.
No,
so yeah, I would recommend
it's
that.
funny.
So I usually go like £100 a month.
Yeah. I would probably have a pretty good credit rating as well, because I use my credit card a lot for, I mean, obviously international stuff.
Yeah.
But also every time it's like flights or something.
Yeah.
Travel is always credit card. But then I always have enough money on there. Like I've been in my overdraft few times, and it's always like, damn, it's like 16 euros in my overdraft. Quick, chuck some money on it, but it's like, I don't know.
See, I don't have an overdraft on my current account. They always send me like a thing, and they're like, do you want one? And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
like no, thank you. And the amount of people I know at uni that are like £100 and £150 in it constantly, like their money, like their student loan goes in, the rent comes out, then they'll buy some food for themselves. You know, and I'm like, just save for 1 month. Just like
flip
sort
it around, you know,
sort it, and just always stay in that like £100
yeah
balance in it. I don't get it.
No, because it's not like you go all the way to the bottom of your overdraft and then the money comes in, so you're at zero again, and then you go this way. No, just start here and go work your way towards zero.
But people have such bad saving etiquette.
I don't know, but it's like, it's literally, you're doing the same thing, just in terms of
people
timing.
think, I can spend more.
Yeah.
So like they'll see a cake in Morrison's and go, yeah, I'll buy that.
I can't.
I can't either. I get like literal. I'm
There's
like,
a
no,
reason why it's a red number, and you're like, nah.
Honestly, I hate it. Even at the end of the month, if I've like spent more than I've earned, I'm always like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
You can do better than that.
No, but that's also, I don't know. I guess we are different in some ways.
But even
keeping balance sheets and like knowing exactly
true.
Where you spend
so
stuff.
You were the only other person I've met ever our age that like keeps an Excel spreadsheet of all their finances. I'm always
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Parents did me proud, and it's like
I mean, my mom works for an accountant, so, and I've definitely had some complicated finances with earning money.
As a child superstar.
As a child, yeah, but because it's like you earn a lot for like a few days, so the government thinks you're earning a lot of money, and once
all the time,
once all your taxes, you're like, well, hold up. And so tax returns have always been a thing for me, and therefore it's also important to know what I'm spending money on, where, and what is for business and what is for myself and stuff, and that's why I've always kept tabs.
No, I'm the same. A lot of my things that most people probably pay monthly for, I pay yearly. So even little things like Amazon Prime, stuff like that, because you can pay monthly, but I'm like, I'd rather just, it was gone in one thing, and like January, car insurance, MOTs. I'm very lucky I have a car, but it's worth less than a significant amount of stuff in this flat. Yeah. Like, the car is crap. It doesn't have a battery in it at the moment. Yeah. You can watch our stream of fixing the car. It's actually one of our funniest videos for sure. Yeah. How to fix a car battery, how to change a car battery. Yeah. But like, just stuff like that is a payment that comes out once. So if you always stay in that kind of like hover zone, and then all of a sudden you get this big payment of, I don't know, 500 quid. And then it kind of off-glitters you. So I'm like, oh, I've always learned to like save a little bit each month so that I know when the big bills are coming. So it's always the same time of year. So stuff like that, I'm like, people just don't think of. And they're like, oh no, I'm always breaking even. And then they have one thing, or like our boiler exploded. Was that last summer?
It didn't explode, but
pretty much popped.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't. It died though.
Yes.
And that was that last year?
Yeah.
It must have been in summer.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Summer.
Yeah. So we had to get a new boiler put in, and that wasn't cheap, you know. But just having like enough of a float, or having the credit cards, you know, you do have that allowance to be like, if
you are in overdraft already, there's no way
you're ever getting that done. Yeah. Whereas if you've got a bit of allowance in your credit card, you can go, okay, I can put it on that. This is a big thing that needs to be fixed now, and sort it out after, rather than always being in that overdraft. Mad.
I don't know.
There's our financial tips.
Yeah. At the end, just
I don't know. Yeah, it's curious. I'm always interested
there.
to see how other people think about stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, you can let us know how you spend, or like how you organize your bank account.
Yeah, because I definitely think like most students, like none of us are rich. Most people have the same kind of money coming in every month.
Yeah.
It's like you get your student loan, which is what, $500 a month.
I don't know.
Do you not take one?
No.
No, you don't take one. Interesting.
No, I get my student loan from my parents, basically.
Yeah, well that's the thing, but most people get the student loan and then probably some money from their parents.
Yeah.
And how they spend that is so different. I always think that's really curious to see what people prioritize. Some people buy tons of food. I saved mine up for ages and bought a TV. And a lot of people are like, wow, how do you get this cool TV? I'm like, well, I starved myself for 3 months.
Basically.
Like, you know, I don't drink at the pub because that's hideously expensive. You know, we're often like, we go to society stuff.
Yeah,
and have a glass
year,
of water.
Yeah.
Because you can buy a bottle of wine, which is a good night, for £7, or 1 gin and tonic in the pub, and you're like, right.
Not the same.
No.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. It's interesting. Alas, I think we'll end it here because realistically, I just need to pee.
Same. Could go.
Hopefully this video's worked. If it hasn't, I'm sorry to
what a shame
us, because that's a long chat to redo. But bye.
Damn.